Most of us realize how much damage can be done to a house by water. Whether it's from rain or runoff or condensation, water destroys houses. And so we spend zillions of dollars to keep it outside where it belongs, except in our bathrooms and specifically in our showers. Did you know that if your area receives just 15 inches of annual rainfall, just one 12-minute shower can loose just as much water into your shower as would fall from the sky onto that amount of space in an entire year? So that being true, and everybody loving showers, there are a lot of systems and methods out there to make your shower waterproof. What we're showing you today has to be one of the most complete and elegant systems available. This material was recommended to me by my longtime tile contractor, Dave Hu, and then donated to us by the manufacturer, Schluter Systems. Dave has been installing tile in our area for 41 years, and his son Phil started with his dad when he was 8 years old. And they are the best of the best, and they've seen and installed virtually every modern method and technique that there is. At this point, when they're given a choice, they used the Schluter system exclusively. Now yes, let's just get it out there, every system has its limitations. But by the end of this video, you're going to understand why Dave and Phil prefer Schluter systems for showers like this, and you might just be ready to install one yourself.
I know. What the heck?
All of this orange board is called Kerdiboard, and it's fastened to the walls with screws and these special washers. It comes in a wide selection of thicknesses, and any of the thicknesses over 1.5 inches is considered structural. So you can build shelves and niches and benches and pretty much anything that you can imagine. The Kerdiboard is a type of foam with a waterproof fibrous membrane that is attached to both sides. It's amazingly tough and strong, and as you can see, maybe the best feature of the product is how easy it is to work with. It's clean, it cuts easily, it's lightweight, and it is gentle on everything that it rubs up against. Now, if your shower has a curb, like ours does, you've got a couple of choices. You can use one of the prefabricated curbs that Schluter sells, or you can use scraps that you may have on hand to build up a custom curb to fit your project. That's handy.
There's some other like.
The point of the mud bed is to create a smooth, uniform slope to attach the membranes to so the water will flow smoothly and evenly into the drain with no leaks. Because this mud bed is going to stay dry, Phil is using a mix of 3 parts clean mason sand to 1 part cement. It gets pretty darn hard and very dense. The perimeters are established perfectly level first, and then the grade at the drain. Once the grades are set, the mud is packed down tight, which consolidates it. It gives it strength, and then it is meticulously screeded off flat and smooth, and left to set for up to 24 hours before moving on. You see this little notched screed board that Phil is using around the flange on the drain? That 1/4 inch deep notch is exactly the right depth so that the Ditra heat mat, followed by the Kerdi mat and the tile, will add up to exactly the height of the top of the drain grate and finish perfectly flush. And that is very important. This orange mat is called a Ditra heat mat, and it's made of a thick plastic. The grooves and these button-shaped protrusions are holding a wire that will heat the shower floor right along with the rest of the floor in this bathroom. If you want to learn more about this part of the process, we have a video that is dedicated just to that system. So just click the link in the corner. Having a heated floor in a shower is really luxurious for comfort, but it also has a very practical benefit as well, and it's this. A warm floor dries out much quicker than a cold one, which reduces the likelihood of mold and mildew growing in your shower. That means less work and a longer-lasting, healthier shower. For a lot of people, even a lot of experienced tile guys, the part of this system that really blows their mind is this move right here. Phil is using Schluter's thin set material for the bonding agent, pretty much like a glue, to hold the Kerdi fabric patches over the mortar bed, the fasteners, and the seams. The reason that this is unique is because thin set by itself is not waterproof. It's a cement material which is porous. Well, don't fret. In this application, the thin set is more than adequate to keep the water out. Remember, it's a bonding agent. It's simply holding the Kerdi fabric to the Kerdiboard. And any water that finds its way back here is going to flow right over the top of these patches and right past that thin set without penetrating anywhere through the specified overlap of at least 2 inches. If you watch closely, Phil is applying the thin set in a carefully controlled process, and the science is that there is not enough thickness to the thin set behind the patch to support the capillary action it would take to wick the water back to the joint. If you're still skeptical about this, get a hold of a Schluter rep or go to one of their classes and they will explain the nitty-gritty. They are fanatics about the integrity of their systems and have all of the data to back up their procedures. This introduces an important point. When you decide that you're going to jump into the 21st century and use a highly engineered system like this, your days of freestyling your installation processes are over. You simply must get acquainted with their specifications, their materials and processes and tools, and then follow their rules exactly. You can go to their website for information anytime. You can find contact information there for top-notch representatives like Ken Zandecki, who are happy and, more importantly, able to answer your questions. So call them up. Now, after the Dietra heat mat, a layer of Kerdi fabric covers the entire floor. And this is the actual waterproofing layer for the floor of the shower. When it comes time to start laying the tile in here, Phil is going to protect this membrane so it doesn't get poked or stabbed by a piece of tile or a tool. And before we're done, the shower is going to get filled up with water, and it sits overnight to make double sure there's no leaks.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that, hold out long enough.
Yeah.
Lumber prices will come back down to somewhere.
This system of waterproofing a shower is new to me, but it's not new to the world. Schluter has been developing and improving this system for over 40 years, and like I mentioned at the start of the video, for Phil and Dave Hu, it's not the only system that they install, but it's their preferred system in almost every case. Not just because it simplifies their material sourcing and ordering, and not just because it speeds up the installation, but because they don't have to worry about a failure or a callback from a client. Contractors, and especially tile contractors, take a lot of risk when they attach their name to a project like this, and using the best materials is one way to reduce that risk. Many thanks to Schluter for donating this material and contributing to our house building series. We did an interview with their area rep, Ken Zandecki, and he does a great job explaining a lot more about this product and the technology around it. I highly recommend you give it a listen on our second channel, EC2. Thank you for watching Essential Craftsman, and keep up the good work.